So I went to the store to pick up this buzzer alarm or reverse alarm for the car, and this is it in the packet. And I open it up and then to show you, this is it. So you can see the cable is very short. It's not long enough. So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to get it ready so that I can add another 1 meter or more length of a cable to it, because that is the estimated length of a cable that will enable me install it in the car. So I'm getting it ready now and peel it off so that the edge the ending of it where I cut is not the same length. I have to give a little gap below so that I will now separate both connections. This is the shrink tube which I'm going to use. This is a small one that I will push it into the cable before I'll begin to solder it. I mean, I solder the new cable or the added cable into it. Then I will use this shrink tube as an insulator to separate it from each other. So that's what I'm going to do. First, I twist the cable together tightly. Then after twisting it tightly, then the next thing I'm going to do now is to put I will connect a soldering iron, and then I'll begin the process of soldering the cables so that it very fine to prevent it getting loose. So now this is my I mean the solder. So now I think yeah, the soldering iron is a little bit hot now, so we have to start to solder it now. Solder it properly, not so much, because if it is much, it's not going to allow me to push the shrink tube will not go through. So what I'm going to do now is to make sure that I put it as light as possible, but at the same time it has to be very firm. Yeah. It is unfortunate that this car did not come with a buzzer alarm, which I consider is not good, because sometimes you can have some kids at the back of the car and you have to alert them, at least show some sound to show that you are reversing the car where you are not looking, or where you have no 100% vision of what is happening behind you. So to have an alarm is very necessary. So the soldering is done. So now I have to push in the shrink. Yeah, this one is in position. The other one, let's see. The other one, not very good. I have to like use some kind of file. The lead was a little bit bulky, so I have to use some file to shrink it down, to file it through. Then by using this file, do it gently, not so harsh, not so hard. Then smoothing it a little more, so that the need for this is to allow the shrink pipe to go through it easily. Well, I think it is okay now. Yeah, I think it is good. So now I push it there, push it through, which is fine. So I'll have to use a cigarette lighter. I have to use a cigarette lighter to like burn through it lightly, not so much. Just heat it up, and then it will shrink around the area where it was soldered. Now it is okay. So the next thing now is to put I cannot use a sellotape to tape the whole the two cables together. So what I'm going to use is that I have a kind of another kind of a tube that I'm going to push these two cables into it to make it to make it single. And then at the same time, this is very good to prevent any moisture, some kind of moisture during the rain or during the winter. Some moisture will not get into the connections. Now I have to put these cables into this pipe to make it more presentable and more like to make it single. This is an addition. This is an added security at the end of this alarm. I have to put some kind of pipe, then heat it through to make sure that in case some moisture or dust doesn't go into the alarm. So this is why I'm heating it up now to make sure that the it shrinks and it holds the cables correctly. Now it's okay. Now I have to push the cables into the pipe. This is a kind of plastic pipe, which is almost the same kind of materials that is used for the shrink wrap, but this one is a little bit harder, and I think it is good to give this the cables some good support. And I have to push it. I have to push it into it correctly. Make sure that the whole of it enters into it. Yeah, I have to push it right into it and pull it out. Then try to pull it out from the end. It's not yet getting out, so I have to continue to. There is easier way I can get this done, but for now it's not a problem. I can do some easy things with a cable and just like automatically pull it out, but this one is not there's no need of complaints. It will come gradually. It will come out at the end. Yeah, I think it's coming right now. Continue to push it. Continue to push it in. Push it in, and then I think it is here. Yeah, now it is here. So pull it all through. Pull it to cover the first shrink wrap that I've put there. Now it is ready. Yeah. So with this one, this is an added security. So now it is ready. I bind it up together. So the next thing now is to go to the car and then have it installed. Now it is ready. So we now go. This is the I have to go through the tail light. So through this the right side of the tail light, I have to remove the lamp there, so that it is from there I have located there. Actually, I have installed it. I have installed the alarm under somewhere under the bonnet of the car. The camera was not. I was trying to use the camera to show it, but the I mean the darkness of the area did not allow the video to be clean, so I had to remove that part of the video. So now I have located the cables. All I have to do now is to pull it out and then push it into a hole at the right side of the brake lamp, and then to see I know the cable where it will go, and then I will have it connected, and then to see how it is done. This aspect of the job is going to be done very carefully, because it involves electric and some electric connections. So I have to do proper separation of the cables, and then use a tape, a kind of tape, to be able to separate it, to make sure that I don't give any room for errors at all. So because if there is any error here, it could affect the electrical system of the car. So I have to isolate them properly, and then use a tape to separate wherever any connections was made. Then I have to like bind it up. I have to bind it up correctly. to make sure that they are properly separated from each other and also from the body of the car, because the body of the car is represents the heart. So there is no need for the anything that has a 12 volts to touch the body of the car, and that will cause some damage to the electrical system of the car. So I have to tape it very well and then make sure that they are adequately separated. The tape was not enough, so I have to put another tape to tape it up correctly. Now this is okay, and so this is nice. So that is done. So I have to couple it. I have to couple the lamp back now and then give it a trial to see how it works. But actually there was a problem there. So but one of I discovered that when the fuse connecting to this side of the lamp was damaged. So I have to, it is not a problem, I have a fuse. You can see the light is not on, but the sound is there. The buzzer is on, but the lamp is not coming. So I have to go there and correct the fuse. Despite that, every other thing is okay. Yeah, this one is good. The lamp is there, so that one is just to fix it.